Thank you so much for having me. I am extremely excited to be part of this global virtual event. And I have a great topic to talk about because I am experiencing it as I'm talking to you, which is working outside your comfort zone. Oh my goodness, I have not done a presentation in English in a long time, but I'm really excited to be able to get out of my comfort zone and do it. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to start with my story. I am originally from Mexico. I moved about almost 20 years ago to the United States as a student. And then I started working as a human resources director. I met my wonderful husband, who I will tell you later how I met him. And of course, that was outside of my comfort zone. And we started a family. When my first daughter was born, I was not able to go back to my office. And thank goodness I had some savings. And I was able to, we were able, my husband and I, to have myself stay at home and be with my daughters because we had one after the other. And it was a great experience. We had lots of times and memories together, but we had no money. We were struggling financially. I started looking for different ways to generate income from home until one of my best friends brought network marketing to my life. And it was something that really scared me because I've never sold anything in my life and I never saw myself as a seller or a salesperson per se, but I absolutely love to impact people's lives in a positive way. And this for me was the best vehicle to be able to do it with a technology that no one has, and that in this several years that I've been using it and sharing it, I've seen people's completely transform their lives. And as that happened, I absolutely transformed my life and my family's life. I'm an A12 here at ACTIVZ. I have an organization that is close to selling $500,000 a month in sales. And you tell me, I really do not consider myself a salesperson, but I truly, absolutely love to talk to people and be around people. However, saying that, it's still uncomfortable to call someone to share my product or opportunity. That totally takes me out of my comfort zone. But anyway, I am doing it. So let's talk about the 10 ways to step out of your comfort zone and overcome your fear. So first of all, we need to understand what comfort zone really is and where really the magic happens when we get out of it. And to be able to understand that, we first need to become aware of what is it that is outside our comfort zone. Being in our comfort zone really has nothing to do with being comfortable. It does have a lot to do with understanding how your brain is wired. Our brain is wired to survive. When we were in the cave days, right? We needed to save energy to be able to hunt animals or to be able to defend ourselves and then go back to our cave and recoup that energy for the next thing. We were not wired to reinvent ourselves or to really lift up the phone and talk to someone you don't necessarily feel like talking that one day. But the ability to take risks outside our comfort zone is the primary way by which we grow. And really, if we're not here to grow, then what is it? You know, we know that to be able to get to our highest performance level, we gotta step out of it. So I wanna ask you if you have a paper and pen in front of you, I want you to draw a big circle and I want you to write down inside that big circle what takes you outside of your comfort zone. Maybe is getting up earlier. Maybe is making calls. Maybe is talking to strangers. Maybe is doing a presentation in a Zoom call that you don't feel 100% ready. And what is it that is in your comfort zone? Put it outside that big circle. Maybe your comfort zone is having a glass of wine every day. Maybe it is watching Netflix. Maybe it's laying on the couch for a few hours. Maybe your comfort zone is um, not working out as often as you maybe should, or eating healthy, whatever that is, okay? So once you identify and you're aware what's keeping you there, I want you to understand that being in your comfort zone really has nothing to do with comfort, but it has a lot to do with fear. Fear of doing what is best for you. So let's really be aware. That's the step number one. Step number two is be very specific of what that is, right? What is what's keeping you from it? What specifically is it that you want to aim and what you want to overcome? Maybe you're afraid of rejection. Maybe you're afraid of that you're not going to be good enough, right? Good enough for sales, good enough for presentations, good enough for making calls, or whatever that is. Being organized, right? Trust me, we all deal with this. I deal with afraid of being good enough all the time. It's something that I decide every day to do. So I invite you to really be specific when you're writing those down. Step number three is get comfortable with discomfort, right? Make it a goal to avoid running away from your discomfort by really scheduling it and having a little bit more organized life. So, for example, if making 5 calls a day, it's getting out of your comfort zone, right? And you know that you need to do that to be able to grow your organization, because it is a numbers game at the end of the day, right? People are not numbers, but it is a numbers game. You do need to do the things that are going to get you where you want to be. So if making 5 calls a day, or 3 calls a day, or 1 call a day, whatever that is, right? Put it in the schedule and put it in time. If you don't really are organized in that regard, let's say from 10 to 11, I'm doing my calls and nothing is going to take me away from that, then you probably are going to be more disciplined to be able to get it done. Maybe getting out of your comfort zone has to do with social media, right? Making a post. Maybe it is updating your bio or putting a new picture up, or whatever that is, right? This really start getting comfortable by at least taking action, one thing at least a day that you can really struggle, and write it down and put it in your schedule. Maybe it's public speaking, right? That can be also very frightening. So let's start making little steps towards that. Step number 4, see failure as a teacher. Many of us are so afraid to fail that we rather do nothing, right? And I've been there so many times that I am so afraid, or I'm so disappointed, I just do nothing. Not even 1 call, not even 1 post. I just do nothing. So I invite you to recognize when that is happening to you, shake it up, because nothing is going to grow there. We know that our comfort zone is a gorgeous place to be at. But if nothing grows there, if you're not good for yourself or anybody there, let's just take a shot of our dreams and do it, right? And that's why we're here. Step number 5, take baby steps, right? If we have a gigantic list of the things we want to accomplish, right? Then we probably going to be so overwhelmed that we're going to go back to square one and do nothing. So let's take small steps, maybe making a list of 3 things that scare you and do 1 a week, or maybe do 1 every 2 weeks, right? Or maybe do 1 a day. What is it that really is going to take you where your opportunity zone is? So let's take little steps towards that. Step number 6, hang out with the risk takers, right? Find your tribe. That has have an impact in my life and in my business as well. Finding the distributors that some of them are within my organization, because I'm very grateful to have great leaders in my organization, but some others aren't. And they're still, part of the tribe, part of the gang, and we have really done wonders during this pandemic, when we realize we do have a lot of more time at home, and we are in need of more positive vibes. And I know that you know about WhatsApp. Some of you have it. For us, it has been an amazing tool to be able to congregate, to be able to share ideas, to be able to post our meetings every day. And we start every single day with 15 minutes of pure positivity and tools to be able to grow as entrepreneurs. And that has been really changing for us. I mean, life changing for all of us, because we have been able to stay on track. So really find whatever works for you, and I'll be able to get to where you need to get, and have the people, right, your accountability partners, to be there for you. Step number 7, be honest with yourself. I know that there are 100 things that are going to come your way, but you do need to understand that you have no excuses. You need to have no excuses in your life. And I'm going to be honest with you, this week with the Eric Worre challenge, recruiting challenge, it has been really difficult to stay on track with my workouts and with my physical health. And I really put it as an excuse, the fact that I didn't work out this whole week. I did get a lot done with my team and with my business, and making 20 contacts, which that was our challenge, and I got it done. However, I slacked in other areas in my life. So just try to take a step at a time and be honest with yourself, and don't put that I don't have time, my kids, my work. These are probably the reasons you're doing this business. So just be honest with yourself. Step number 8, identify how stepping out of that comfort zone will benefit you, will be better for you. I want you to imagine a 2021 being the most amazing year of your life. Recognize and identify what would that look like? What life would you have? If 2021 was the best year of your life, what would it look like, right? I want you to see yourself there, because honestly, we do have the perfect vehicle and platform to be able to have the best 2021 in our lives. And it's all just going to depend on those daily habits. You know, being out of your comfort zone is really doing something that you don't feel comfortable doing. But once you start doing it and you become comfortable doing that, guess what? It becomes a habit, right? Doing those 2, 3, or 5 calls a day will become your habit, and you won't even think about it. You're just gonna know from 10 to 11, it's my call time. And you're gonna just start doing it. Almost like when you drive to work and you get to work and you don't even know, like you didn't even pay attention how you got there. You just automatically, right, got there. You're just gonna become so much better at it. Step number 9 is don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself, laugh at your mistakes. When you mess it up, who cares? Just laugh at it and know that this is just gonna take you to become better, right? It is part of the process. And step number 10 will be have fun. I honestly do have so much fun doing this business because of the people I surround myself with. Enjoy the fun of discovering the new things about yourself that you probably never thought would be possible. I never in my life, I dreamed that I was going to have a $4.5 million business a year, doing it from home, being next to my daughters, maybe generating more income than my husband. This is honestly a lifetime opportunity that I do not want you to miss, because you just can't get out of that comfort zone. Let's just do this. And then I'm going to give you some 5 things that you can do today. Okay, these are just ideas, and maybe you can come up with better ones with your team. First one will be maybe lunges or squats every time you take the stairs. Okay, that will be better, good for your body and for yourself as well, and this will take you out of your comfort zone. Number 2 will be open up conversations with coworkers or with people that you don't really talk to very often. Another one could be picking an activity that you normally do by yourself. Maybe for myself was running, right? And joining a group or joining a Facebook group that we know now with social distancing, we're probably gonna fall more into that area. Another one could be volunteering to lead a presentation, even when you don't feel 100%, right? That's what we do sometimes. Or this last one, that scares me so much. Record yourself telling your story in 2 minutes and posting it on your social media. I challenge you to do any of these 5 steps and tell me how that's working for you. And the last thing I want to share with you is a story. This is my husband, and I put his picture here because 17 years ago, when I was single in the United States, I was studying my master's degree, I was working, I was doing everything that I needed to get done, and I had no time of meeting new people. And really, the people that I was hanging out with, my friends, they were not good catches. They were party people. They were not really the people that I wanted to marry or wanted to be the father of my kids. So my friends started doing online dating. And that for me was super scary. I was freaking out. I was like, you guys are going to get killed. I'm not going to let you just go, and all that. And I started seeing, they were dating good people. So maybe I'm going to give it a shot. And I started online dating. And I did back then was called Yahoo Personal. Not many people know about that story. And honestly, that was totally out of my comfort zone. But I started meeting new guys, new people that were professionals, that were nice people. I was really careful. I didn't just go out with anybody. I really got to, talk to them on what was Messenger, right? We chatted for a long time before we met. And it took me a year and a half to meet my husband. Yeah, and we've been together. Now we're gonna be on the 25th, gonna be 14 years of marriage. What I wanna say with that is that that year and a half, really, I met great people. I had good experiences and I have not so good experiences, right? I had a guy that picked a super expensive restaurant in San Francisco that when I sat down and looked at the menu, there had no prices on the menu. I've never been in a restaurant that had no prices. You can only imagine how much the bill was. And he just ordered because it was like French food. I did not understand anything about the menu. And at the end, he asked me to pay for it. I mean, to share the bill, which for me was very distasteful. I normally love to pay for half the bill when you're meeting somebody, but not when under those circumstances. That was kind of like not very good experience. And I met other people that, didn't look anything like the picture. What I want to say with this story is that I had 100% confidence that I was going to find the person, and I was not going to get out of that site until I found it. And for my husband, I was his first date. What I'm telling you with this is that just by getting out of your comfort zone, I don't know if this is going to take you to where you want to be in 6 months, in 3 months, or a year and a half, or 2 years. However, it's going to take you to where you want to be if you decide you want to do it and be successful at it. Just make the decision and do it. Thank you so much. And I want to end this step so far outside your comfort zone that you forget how to get back. Thank you. And I hope this was helpful for you and for your team. Thank you and have a great one. Let's continue to grow together and getting out of our comfort zones.